We have 2 chairs over the front. 2 chairs? Would you like to see? No? I would have to say. Sure. It might be a good if anyone would like to sit in the aisle, if you want to come and sit up here on the floor with us, you can sit with us. Yeah. You can hold our hands.
This is probably okay to do.
My favorite character whenever it's just one voice.
I'm an old man and I don't sit on phones.
I'll be quiet, you whippersnapper. Back in my day, there was no such thing as chairs.
What, like the 1970s? All we have is beanbags.
The young master has something to say.
Thank you all for coming. We'd ask that you play a game with us tonight. Enjoy yourselves.
Thank you so much for coming. I want to introduce you to a few of the people that helped me put this wonderful party on. My good friend Madam Red, who is going to be playing Evil Queen. Red Riding Paula, who is going to be playing You don't remember? The Red Riding Hood. Ciel, who is going to be playing
Prince Charming.
You got it. Isn't he pretty? Sebastian, who's going to be playing
Sherlock Holmes.
The Undertaker, playing
Not Big Bad Wolf.
and May Rin, who is going to be playing I'm Miss Muffet! And I will be Cinderella. Sebastian, do you want to explain the rules?
First and foremost, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask one of our staff. Now, there are 3 rules that we all must follow. Rule number 1 is that you must stay in character if you have a character card. Rule number 2, you must not lie. You may bend the truth, you may exaggerate, but you must not lie. And rule number 3, you may interrogate, but you may not accuse or impersonate the person of a murderer.
Alright, so what is that? Alright, so let's all get up and kind of mingle and introduce yourselves to the other guests in the room. Get to know your character, open up your envelopes. Mayrin, do you want to tell them what to do if they don't have a character envelope?
Okay, envelopes. We actually have a selective amount of characters, and what it is that some of them might be guilty, but some of you are innocent, and some of you are actually secret cops. What? It's true! But if you do not have a secret card, then you have the opportunity to make up your own character, or you can be a secret detective. But keep it a secret.
Alright, so get up and start mingling.
into 3 different teams now to kind of, get rid of the rumors and just have some nice chit chat and don't talk about apples because those are bad. I didn't say apples. So what we're going to do is, alright, this side forward, you will be...
Mayrin, I think CL has something to say to put those rumors to rest right now.
Yes, there have been rumors floating around. It is unfortunate to announce that Miss Goldilocks has been found dead late yesterday. And all of you are suspected of murder tonight. None of you may leave at this point. The reason we are dividing you into 3 groups is so that my butler can investigate all of you. We need to figure out...
So now you get to work together and join 3 teams and help us solve this murder. And you can suspect your teammate, just don't let them know that you suspect them. So my staff will help you get into 3 groups at this point. If you do not have a character card, feel free to get with someone that does have one and help them find some clues and solve this murder.
Alright,
and they can be the ones to accuse. So who wants to be the leader of this group? Alright, we have our group leader. So get with your group. This is a very large group. Lizzie, who's going? Oh, perfect. So here, over to me, here, over to you, there. Okay, so stay with your team. If you want your team to be the winning team, because we've actually got prizes to give away to the winning team. So if you want to make sure we know, you can get with the people that have got cards. Who in this? Who has a card? Hold it up. Alright, you guys have characters that are written into our story, so you open it up, you have a concealed clue and a reveal clue, right? Alright, obviously, just as it sounds, the reveal clue, you want to tell them that to prove that you're innocent, that you hadn't outlined it could be there. The concealed clue just tells you a bit more about your character. You probably don't want them to know that. It might make you look bad, because a lot of you have done something bad. It may or may not be murder, but a lot of you have done something bad. So, people that don't have a card, feel free to get with the people that have a card, and pretty soon we're going to release our president, and you can help each other solve the murder, okay? This is just you didn't hear anything.
Testing.
So you casted immortality spell.
With a gentleman in a Cumberland's posture, please step forward.
Well, it worked then.
I need a gentleman in a Cumberland's posture to please step forward.
So when was this?
Yes, I am Holmes, but Holmes is nothing without a want. And you are bestowed that honor.
Suppose you know where she wants to be on
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a few letters given to me. I'm not saying where they came from, so don't even ask. I won't tell you. But they gave them to me, everybody. And anyways, I was going to call your name out. You need to come and get your letter. Miss Dorothy. You know what to do. Actually, I don't know what you do. What you're going to do is you're going to read your letter. And, well, it's your laundry list. You read it. Watson! Pick up your mail, baby. Got your maid. Diary Tot! I got a letter for you. Lady Macbeth! There you go. Alright, I've got one for Merlin. Merlin, come get your mail. There you go. Mister. That's charming.
He's so small and hard to see.
Here you go, young master. Rich. That's my stomach. I'm sorry, guys. Big Grim Hell, I'm not saying anything, but I know you had some poisoned apples.
Why are you accusing me?
I didn't. I just said you had a poisoned apple that you shouldn't be giving out to people. That's rude. Sleeping Beauty, wake up. Now then, just to confirm a couple rumors. Queen Grimhild did have poison apple, but she gave it to Snow White. So, leave her alone. You guys stop being mean.
What did my dad know? What do you know with me? I've already done the poison apple bit.
Oh, that's
What am I going to do again?
Is that
Good point.
Oh, that's true.
Why am I being friends?
Well, I'm just saying that I heard that there was an owl at Sherlock's lecture last night.
I didn't see an owl fly by while I was on the bus. It had something in its claws. I'm not sure. I can't find it. He's too busy making sense.
I also heard that Watson has a girlfriend.
Someone is embarrassing.
Ooh, who's that? I also heard that there's a lady out there who, well, she doesn't behave very well, and I heard that she likes Watson. So, you need to watch yourself, sir. These ladies are going to get you. I also heard that Goldilocks turned down the Pied Piper, so I think he's pretty mad. Well, that's your fault. You should have been nicer to her.
Me, to the girl who lives with bears.
Is that why you did it?
You think I can do this? You think that I would have killed Goldilocks?
He said kill! I heard him! He said kill! He did! You said kill!
No, you said it! You said
Now, as it states in the newspaper article, I was the one that found Goldilocks earlier this morning. However, the three bears are not suspects, as they were out on vacation with the three billy goats Gruff.
Those are really cute bears.
They are indeed.
But fear is deadly.
Now, my alibi for last night is simple, and can be corroborated by many of you. I was giving my lecture about the optical illusions and how our eyes can misinterpret what they think they see.
Cinderella, what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, the Sleeping Beauty is apparently trying to
What? Sleeping Beauty!
Sleeping Beauty, are you trying to frame me?
Where is Sleeping Beauty?
Where are you, Sleeping Beauty?
Leave her alone!
Sleeping Beauty, why would you do this?
How would you never say
Maybe Sleeping Beauty is. I believe her.
You're really pretty dressed. I don't think I'm going to do it.
Maybe she was sleepwalking.
Maybe you were sleepwalking.
Well, what about Rapunzel? Where are you, Rapunzel? Alright, don't you have something to say?
It wasn't me. I was at Sherlock's Holmes lecture at the time.
Well, she has a lecture.
She was there. She's good. Well, what happened is there were some poison apple in her porridge, and like I said, the queen. She's missing. Wait, everybody, she's still there. She's okay. But I also know that I'm sorry, Sebastian. I mean, Sherlock. I'm sorry, but I know that you collect poison apples so you can pick it out from the good ones.
You won't be so.
I'm sorry, I wasn't mean. I don't like that.
Apples are good.
That's not like a threat! She's a threat!
Was it even bad that you held your husband in murder? That's alright.
Does anybody have a question that they'd like to ask any of our suspects?
Yeah,
Why do you have to take
Why?
an apple?
What's your question?
How do you poison an apple? Magic. Magic? Why not? Why not have a snake bite? That's what
snakes are gross. That's gross. Snakes are slimy.
Why is that a snake?
Hey Sherlock, how many people have access to your collection of poisoned apples?
Well, if you were there for my lecture, you would know that my lecture was actually on poison apples. So they were readily available.
So then the people who were there could have...
Who's the one missing?
Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We have a much larger group than anticipated, so you don't all have cards, which is fine. But in your groups, you're going to very carefully go around and question the other people. In your cards, you have who you suspect, right? It says something about another character in each one of your cards about who you could suspect. So team up with somebody that does not have a character card and start questioning the people that you think do. Sherlock will be around to question all of you.
Question all of you guys. Okay, we can go here. This is what
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please?
Anybody have any coffee chocolate?
I know who the murderer was. However,
Dun dun dun! It was not me. Everyone else that helped did it.
Hell.
Oh, it's not me!
Now, before I cast my judgment, I must ask that you do that as well. May you present us with all of your findings, so that we may determine the killer.
Team one!
Actually, I think we sort of lost our teams. Does anybody want to step up and make an accusation? Does anyone think they know who did it? All right.
I believe it was a Pied Piper.
I cannot think of any reason that anybody would ever hate Goldilocks, but she did reject the Pied Piper.
So where's Rapunzel? She's very quiet.
Into the microphone! Come on!
Does anybody else? We're going to take 3 more people. Does anyone else have someone they want to accuse? All right, step forward. Who do you think killed poor Goldilocks? Sleeping Beauty. Why do you think she did it? You think she was sleepwalking and sleep murdering?
She said that you sleep around.
Oh, right. Oh, we got 2 more. Does anybody else? All right.
It could have always been Merlin. I mean, after all, when he was looking at that weird book yesterday, he turned suddenly white.
It's not like her.
Alright, who do you think did it?
I think Pinocchio did it. Look at the size of his nose. I mean, he must be lying.
Oh. All right.
Shut up! Alright then, what we've got is, well, all of you have some dirty laundry and you're gonna have to come clean before we can reveal who's the true murderer. Somebody, Prince Charming, I know what you did.
Let's hear your dirty laundry.
That seems rather unseemly.
All right, what did you do wrong?
I didn't kill Goldilocks. I thought she was charming. I wish I knew why she seemed so familiar. Can I have my mirror back now?
All right.
Alright, Dr. Watson! See your dirty laundry, Dr. Watson. Step forward. Say business.
I didn't do it. I'm a doctor and I could never take a life.
He may be a doctor, but I'm the doctor.
Also, he has jelly babies, so he wins.
Alright, Dorothy. What did you do? Dorothy? You seem so sweet. I thought you were a good girl.
I'd never kill anyone on purpose. Killing the Wicked Witch of the West doesn't count. That was an accident. I promise.
Okay. No, she's good. I didn't see a house in the sea. Now I do like those people.
Lady Macbeth.
She was already dead. I didn't steal any shoes. No, seriously, don't. That's what you prayed for.
I've already said where I was and when Goldilocks was killed. I was
trouble. I admit it, yes. Yes, I wanted Goldilocks' recipe for her oatmeal cookies. I admit that too. When she said she didn't know what I was talking about, I was disappointed and a little confused. But kill her? No. I may live in the forest and have led an interesting life, but I'm still a fire. I would never kill.
Thank you. All right, Sleeping Beauty. I think you did it.
I knew that Goldilocks was unhappy, and I know for the last little while she seemed very confused. As I said, she told me she'd been having dreams about living in a palace. I don't see how those dreams were considered dangerous. Hasn't everyone dreamed about living in a palace? I was never anywhere near Merlin's cave. The blackberry bushes in front of his cave's entrance are far too sharp and prickly for me. They scare me. I'd never kill anyone. I've experienced evil in my story, and I would never want to experience it again. Surely killing is the worst of all devils.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry for thinking of issues.
Mr. Holmes!
He's innocent! That's too cute to kill.
Thank you. I did not kill Goldilocks, although I acknowledge there is at least one who discovered the body. I had to consider myself a suspect. Many times the person who discovers the body is guilty themselves. I have deduced that the 3 people yet to speak are all involved in the murder. 2 directly and 1 indirectly. Listen now to their sad tale.
Merlin?
I fail to see the point. I did not kill anyone, and am, in fact, a victim myself. Pages from my journal have been stolen. Pages that held a very dangerous spell. The spell allowed someone to switch bodies with someone else. Yes, I had cheated myself into an owl last night, and yes, I did land on top of the Bear Cottage chimney. Goldilocks and I had a deal. Or Goldilocks and I had a deal. She was going to allow me to take one of the giant stones in the cottage yard. I needed the stone for a spell. But Goldilocks insisted she didn't know anything about our deal. I dropped that note down the chimney, hoping to scare her into honoring our deal. No, it wasn't a kind thing to do, but I wanted that stone. It's an important spell.
Still not very nice to give killer notes. Meanie. Alright, Queen Grimhild. Excuse me.
No, I did not kill Goldilocks. I did, however, steal the pages from Merlin's grimoire, so I could perform the Corpus Mutua spell. I made a deal with Goldilocks. I would change her into Cinderella if she would steal Merlin's grimoire from me. She didn't. I was going to change her back. Spell stealer? Yes. Murderess? No. And as I said at the beginning, I would never kill again with a poison apple. I did not come out this way as I wished the first time.
Goldilocks. The body Mr. Holmes discovered may have looked like Goldilocks, but that was Cinderella. I was sick of cleaning up and looking after those bears. Do you have any idea how exhausting that is, or how much they shed? I went to Queen Grimhild and asked for her help, and she agreed to perform the spell if I would steal a few pages from Merlin's grimoire. I'm sorry. I went to Merlin's cave last night when everyone is at Mr. Holmes's lecture, but I was too afraid to go in, and I thought I smelled dragon. What do you have in there? I knew my time as Cinderella was running out, and people were beginning to notice that Goldilocks wasn't quite the same as before. She didn't know things she should have known, and Prince Charming was starting to find something familiar about her. When I got back from the cave, I tried on my glass slippers, and they didn't fit. I knew it was only a matter of time. I didn't kill Goldilocks, I killed Cinderella. Mr. Holmes was right, appearances can be deceiving. But if the brain learns what to look for, the illusion falls away. I had to get rid of her before that happened.
That's laughing to me and I killed someone. This isn't wonderful.
We thank you all so much for coming, but it's not over quite yet. We have a few awards to give away to a few of you that were just wonderful throughout the evening. We've been watching how you've been interacting, and we picked a few. So.